Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to the Market Recap. I am Dan Hodgman. It is Thursday, December 3rd. We're almost through our first week of December. I hope you guys all had a pretty good day. Nothing too crazy here until the last few minutes. We finally saw some headlines start to hit, and prior to that, everyone kind of seemed to be, stocks were in fair value. Well, not the case now. All of a sudden, Pfizer comes out and just basically says things that we all kind of expected. They came out and said there's supply chain issues with the distribution of Pfizer's vaccine. We're seeing Pfizer take a hit. We saw equities start to kind of tumble. S&Ps went negative for a second. I think they brought it back positive. Dow gave up majority of their gains here today. And so we had that going on, but for the most part, everything stayed quiet. I think that was on purpose. We had that set up here at Topstep. No, I kid. But it's a big day here at Topstep. If you guys haven't noticed, colors look a little bit different. We launched our new brand. We are no longer Topstep Trader, Topstep FX. We are just Topstep that offers futures and Forex all at one website, topstep.com. Pretty excited. I want to drop our link here so you guys can go check out our new site, see what you think. I hope you guys like it. I'm pretty excited about the new colors we got here. Not only do we have a new website, but super excited about this next part. How many times have people asked, where do I get one of those sweet Topstep hats? Or I want a Topstep shirt. Where do I get that stuff? Or a shirt with Hoag's face on it, right? Where do you get that? Well, we've never really had a website for that or a marketplace for that in quite some time. It's been quite a few years since we were pushing out merchandise. Well, now you can shop a merchandise page. Hopefully we can make some stuff there work for you guys, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's a big day here at Topstep. Let us know what you think. Hope you guys like the new colors. I like the new colors. Scroll through the website and let us know what you think. It's a pretty exciting day. It's been a long process. I want to say hello to everybody, and we'll get into the charts here. Felix, first one in the room. Murph, Tanya, level 2. What was the headline hit? S&P touched on that one. Pfizer, level 2. It's good to see you again. Did you hear that WB going to pull all their 2021 movies on? It just came across my screen. Warner Brothers coming out talking about their new distribution plan. That's going to be interesting. I don't know about you guys. I'm a big movie guy. I like going to the movie theater. I love the process of it. Go in, I get a big popcorn and a large Coke. I rarely ever drink soda. If the closest thing I drink to soda is either a Miller Lite or a LaCroix. Not the case when I go to the movies. I like a Coca-Cola and haven't had the chance to go get a Coca-Cola or big thing of popcorn at the movie theater in a while. We've seen these things movies start to release on streaming platforms, and I know I've been roped into buying some of them on Apple because I wanted to watch the movie. And so the world's changing, right? Innovation, constantly moving things forward. We got to adjust, and that's one interesting way that they're adjusting over there. Evgeny, good to see you. Dan, do you know why Dome on ES looks different? Not sure what you're talking about there, Evgeny. If you can give me a little detail, make sure you're in the right contract month. We're going to be starting the roll here. If not, we've kind of started a little bit already. You're going to see products moving into the March contract here soon. James, good to see you. Level 2, Disney's having a fit. I'm sure they will, especially with all these movies releasing like that with Warner Brothers and attracting people to HBO Max. I found myself rolling into that HBO Max quite a bit. They got good sitcoms, some good movies. They're releasing some of their own stuff too. Justin, tomorrow looking like a good flush day. Very possible. We continue to kind of make highs, and eventually those highs those buyers holding it up there get exhausted. You see a breakdown, and very possibly you could see a flush day tomorrow. Tanya, good to see you as well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at these charts, see what we had happen here today, and we'll go from there. I should probably get my charts back up here so I can see them. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. As always, we start with crude oil. Crude oil, remember, settled yesterday, 45.28, and the market gave us some opportunity around settlement. First thing, you guys, we've talked about this 1,000 times. If the market opens up away from settlement price, the first initial move we want to see, can it get back to settle? So we opened up this morning right around 45.10. And from there, the market rallied right up to settlement price. We broke through, took a little bit to keep going, came and checked yesterday's value area high. And this is where we start to think, okay, where's an opportunity? Where's an exit if I'm still long from that rally off the open? Am I still long? Well, again, we talked about this yesterday. We're always looking for targets up above. And notice how we can kind of extend this channel that we've been looking at. We were pointing out the other day. This channel, this market coming up to 45.60. Great opportunity for an exit of a trade. Simple as that. Market broke down a little bit around 10:30 this morning. We blew right through settlement in a quick bounce. So sellers got overpowered by the buyers pretty quick. We came right back to settlement price and boom, another opportunity to say, hey, let's see if we can continue this momentum to the upside. Market has been trending for the first few hours of the day. Let's see if we can go with that trend. You get long down here at 28. We can run this thing right back up if you want to get out at 60. I don't see any problem with that. See if maybe we can check yesterday's high. We couldn't get all the way up there. Got pretty darn close. And as soon as we kind of got near those highs, the market stalled out pretty quick. Next, let's go ahead and look at S&P 500. Like we said, okay, it looks like we're down a little bit. Remember, settlement price 36.67 quarter, 36.67 quarter. So right down in here, right where we're trading basically right now. This market opened up on settlement price. To me, it's a great opportunity to say, let's look for a long. Let's look for a long, but where does this long take us? We start to enter into kind of uncharted territory. We're looking at areas we hadn't traded in a while. Where can this long get us to? I'll be honest with you. First thing I'm looking at, yesterday and the overnight swing high right here, 74 quarter is that first area that we're seeing. Can this market get to here? And that's where I personally got out. I took the long at settlement price. I ran it up. Not a huge return, not 10 points, but we took that opportunity. And for me, that's where I'm glad I got out because I started to see this market stall out through here. And I said, all right, I don't know what's going to happen. Buyers are getting weak. We're starting to hit that brick wall up here. I don't know if I'm going to short this yet or if I'm going to wait for the short to come and then look for some opportunity. The market broke right at lunchtime. Came right down to settlement price and gave us another chance to go check that overnight high or our regular trading hour high that we had previously made. Good opportunity here for two, in my opinion, two really nice longs. And a short was in there as well. You could have caught that short if you noticed the lack of momentum when we got up here at this price, kind of hitting that wall. For me, it's tough. I just don't like taking shorts in trending higher markets. It's as simple as that. So I just waited for another chance to look for the weakness, catch that long move, and see if I can run it up again. All right, so we are pretty volatile over there to finish out our day, and not a whole lot, or not nearly as much volatility here in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ still pretty fair market value right now. Market's not picking any sort of direction, so this is where we're trying to decide high side of ranges. Beginning of the day, are we looking over here at a prior swing high? We have already kind of pushed right through that overnight high. So that next point, we got to get an idea of a point or a location that this market can go. Remember, those are things that we want to be paying attention to. Where can this market go and what's it going to take to get there? Well, the market came and checked the prior swing high from the other day, pushed through it a little bit, broke back down, and we just kind of rotated up and down, side to side. And we worked our way sideways. Very simple trade here today. If you kind of were able to define a range and maybe you didn't catch it right away, but you started to catch it towards the end of the day, still some pretty darn good opportunities for range trading. Range trading, to me, that's where we make our bread and butter. Next, let's go ahead and look at the gold, which gold continues to push higher. We saw break off the open. Market broke right off the open, came down to and through settlement price. Settlement price, $18.30 and 20 cents. $18.30 and 20 cents. So the market, what did we say? when the market opens up away from settlement price, our first thought, for me at least, I don't want to tell you guys what to think, but this is my first thought. If we open away from settlement, is there a chance I can see this market run down to settles? And maybe if you took that short on the open, I really struggle getting into this market around 730, 720. I have a hard time jumping right into this market. I like to see equities open. We saw equities open. This market was kind of right at that high level, that high water mark. Market broke down and broke right down to settlement price. How about that? We bounced right off of settlement price and came and checked our opening value. That's right where the market opened up. All right, let's go ahead and look at currencies and we'll get the heck on out of here. The euro was a relatively quiet day. Trend continued higher for the first part of the day. We started to kind of struggle. We saw volume was decreasing. We saw participation and price holding pretty steady. It was having a hard time continuing to the upside. Market from there broke back down and just kind of fell into a pretty tight consolidation area, not a huge range. Still, opportunity nonetheless if we started to catch this initial break. If not a big deal. Where do we look if we caught that short? Well, we got to start thinking about some other stuff. Where can this market go? Well, we've got a prior swing high. These swing highs and swing lows are very key, important areas to pay attention to. We're finding opportunity multiple times. So the market in the overnight session, we kind of made that swing high pretty quickly, broke back down. As soon as we approached that swing high, momentum picked up. Buyers started to come in at this price. Once it broke, people are starting to think, where is this thing going to go? Well, we saw high volume once that price was hit. All right. Lastly, let's go ahead and look at the yen. I see some comments in here. We'll get to those in just a second. Yen, I've got our daily chart here because we're still trading very comfortably inside that channel we looked at over the last couple weeks. It's still very comfortably inside that channel. For me, we're still maintaining trend to the upside. I'm always looking higher time frame before I bring it into a lower time frame. So when we find those points of weakness, whether we're looking at a daily, an hourly, 30-minute, 4-hour, whatever the case, whatever chart you're looking at, when you start to see those points of weakness, it gives us opportunity for longs because we know the higher time frame is trending higher. So when we look a little bit closer on the 30-minute chart here, we're already seeing a pretty strong start to our day here in the yen. We had some selling days. We had short days. We saw this market's big, strong upside potential move prior to the open. As soon as we open, here was our chance. Here's our chance to say, high time frame's telling me trend higher. Smaller time frame broke outside of a channel. So when we just take a closer look here, we started to kind of define. Oh man, come on line. There we go. Very crudely drawn. I just want to kind of use it as just a visual. We were trending down in a short time frame in a small channel. This market took a little bit to break outside of it. We broke outside of it and we started to create some directional move. When we start to see direction come in, this is where we can make some bigger opportunistic trades. We can look for some sort of trend trade. We got a small little breakdown right after the open. And that really was the chance. And if you're not ready to trade by 7:30 like we just talked about with gold, it's going to be a little tough. The move was pretty much over by 9:30 this morning, and we started to see a little profit taking, traders taking some profits off the table and calling it a day. So those are our charts here today. Hope you guys have all had a really good day. I want to see what we got going on in here. Selling a house. Nice, Tanya. Dome on ES became bigger and we can see wider dome. Livgeny, I would imagine you can just shrink it down. I mean, it's just probably something you clicked. It's not a standardized dome across the board. We can all just adjust everything we want in them. There's usually, in whatever platform you're in, you can do some settings too to adjust font size and things like that. So possibly click something. Oliver, good to see you. Justin, you're welcome. Dan, who I'd that new design? Is that new design? Well, Topstep's new design. Justin, some pretty large dark pool prints coming in after hours here in the SPY. Large move, I suspect, tomorrow. Very possible. Very possible. We talked about that this morning. Hogue, good to see you, Hogue. Glad to see you in the room. If you guys missed it yesterday, John had his market therapy with Dr. Menaker. I know we dropped the link in here. I know John's dropping them regularly. Make sure you keep your eyes out when those are happening. Great stuff. The doctor has been around this for a very long time and pretty influential stuff. Thanks, Tanya, and level 2. Dan, I'm on vacation. I was wondering if I could trade micros on the 30K account combine. Yes, you can. We do have some tech issues where your max contract size is not going to be adjusted for the micros, so you're going to be maxed out, but you can 100% trade micros in the trading combine. All right. Sweet, guys. All right. As always, we'd love to take a look at things going on around the world. Well, we touched on it in the beginning. Pfizer's talking about some supply chain issues. And truthfully, you think about it, there's always, you guys hear me say it a lot, there is an emotion, which is going to be one big move, and then there's a reaction, which is that follow-up to that initial emotion, right? There's a reaction to the emotion because we started to process what was being said. They came out and said there are going to be some supply chain issues. Well, if you haven't been reading or you've been stuck under a rock, most people are kind of sitting at home and relying on deliveries quite heavily. UPS, FedEx, DHL, USPS, whatever delivery provider that comes through your neighborhood, if not all of them. We know that they're out there probably delivering quite a bit more packages. Some of these places are even talking about restricting the number of packages that you can ship in a certain amount of time. So I think that's makes sense when you start to think about it. Okay, well, we know there are still we still have to go about life. Not everyone's going to be able to drop everything to help kind of move this vaccine. So there's got to be that balance. And so it makes complete sense. They still think that by this time next year, we're going to have overcome all of this. Pfizer, I think, said something like 1 billion vaccines pretty quickly in 2021. So we'll see how that all goes. Prima, do you guys have a tutorial on the market profile? No, we don't have one on market profile. I can tell you this. Our very own John Hoagland is a market profile wizard. You can go to our new website, topstep.com, and up in the top corner, there's performance coaching. At the bottom, there's a group coaching link. You can go get in there. John will answer questions. Maybe you can touch on things with market profile. And if you decide you want to go with the personal performance coaching package, John breaks down every market almost every day with market profile. So it's a place to look for it there. Prophet Tian, good to see you. Reading Mind Over Market. That's usually John loves that book. I think on that note, there is a video John and I did last week just about a reading list of books that not only are trading related, but mindset related to help kind of control our mindset within trading. So, all right, where do we got? First off, we're going to take a look at our Tesla stock. $594 a share. Pretty massive stock. VIX, old and steady, right around 21. I think yesterday we got to 22 and broke down. And other than that, guys, this date. Before I forget, economic releases tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. Non-farm and unemployment numbers are coming out. Make sure you keep an eye on those. Make sure you're flat during them. Trading outrights during those big numbers can really mess with you a little bit. And as always, we're going to take a look at this date in history. The first one I've got is pretty fun. AMC, American Motor Car. Big plant just down the road from me in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Rolled off the last AMC Pacer on this day in 1979. And I've got two other ones. 1818, Illinois became the 21st state. And lastly, And this one's pretty cool. Talking about vaccines and the science and the medical world. 1967 was the first ever human heart transplant in Cape Town, South Africa. So, guys, that's what I got for us today. Justin, when will trading at Topstep be suspended for the year? Well, the trading combine, there won't be any stoppage in there. Funded accounts, they'll be getting an email here soon just about specifics around it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the exact specifics around it. I'll make sure I get on that. I'll get some information on that and share that with everyone. Pfizer has vaccine rollout target on Japan. Yep, awesome. Thanks for sharing that, John. All right, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Make sure you guys go check out our shop. See if you can find the little hidden gem t-shirt in there with our very own John Hoagland's face on it, and let us know what you think of that one as well. Other than that, I'm going to sign on out. Have a great day. Stay safe. Trade well. Wash your hands. I look forward to seeing you guys in the markets. Take care, everybody. John will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. Until then, we'll see you guys in the